Who is the best person to choose as my agent? The best person to choose for your agent or your decision maker in your power of attorney for healthcare is really the person who knows you best, who you've been able to have a very in-depth conversation with about what your wishes might or might not be if you were in a healthcare situation where you could not speak for yourself. For many people, the assumption that the best person to be their agent is their spouse, their partner, their oldest child. That's kind of the go-to. What I always ask people to consider is that the person who's going to be making these decisions for you is really your advocate. They may have to show up at a hospital, have difficult conversations with a healthcare team, and they really need to be able to understand that their job is to express your wishes, not to do what they think is best, but to express your wishes because they've had a conversation with you about what is important to you. The role of your agent is also to make sure that the healthcare team is following your wishes both up until the end of your life, and they can also make decisions about what happens to you after you die in terms of if your wish is for cremation or for burial or what you have decided. Sometimes the person who is closest to you emotionally in your life is not always the right person to be your primary agent. Because if you're in a situation where you're in a healthcare crisis and are so sick that you can't speak for yourself, sometimes the closest person to you emotionally is also in a very difficult position. And if they're so emotionally connected to you that it's going to be hard for them to make an objective decision about your care, they may not be the best person to be your primary agent. Maybe your closest person is your secondary agent, and a good friend who's a little more objective and not quite as emotionally attached to you might be the better person to be your primary agent. When you choose your agents, you have to be able to have conversations with them about your values in life and what's important to you if you were seriously ill and couldn't make decisions for yourself. And you have to trust that they will follow your wishes when the time comes.